Good morning, friends. It's Sunday, so you know what that is? It's Sunday dinner here at our house. Come on into the kitchen, grab you a cup of coffee, sit down. Now, I'm going to do several recipes today in this one meal. So what I'll do is each day I'll upload a different recipe. That way, this doesn't turn into a docu-series of me cooking all day and you getting bored. So stay tuned. So let me tell you what's on the menu really quickly. It's kind of a theme. We're going to do some Coca-Cola ham in the slow cooker. We're also going to do some macaroni and cheese I found in a recipe. And we're going to do some baked beans with Coca-Cola. See, we're kind of got a theme going here with some hot dogs. And we're also going to do a double chocolate old-fashioned Coca-Cola cake. Now, why did I choose this menu for Sunday dinner? Well, Elena, that's Mason's girlfriend, is graduating next Saturday from college. So a few of these are her favorite things. She loves mac and cheese. She loves baked beans. She loves chocolate. I picked the ham, but she likes ham. So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing. I'm doing this as a graduation meal because probably the Sunday after her graduation, I'm sure she's got a lot going on. So that's why we're doing it this week ahead of time. So stay tuned for each recipe and I'll upload them each day so then you can check out Sunday dinner with me. Friends, we're doing the next part of Sunday dinner, which is the mac and cheese. Now this is a baked mac and cheese. I actually saw this recipe on TV and so I looked it up and got the recipe because it looks so good on TV. It's called Hoggy's mac and cheese. Then I looked up Hoggy's and I was like, I knew it was a barbecue place, but I was like, where is it? It's actually here in Ohio, in Columbus, which is about an hour and a half. I'm further south than Columbus. I'm about an hour and a half south of Columbus, Ohio. And I thought, how fascinating this recipe come from Ohio. So we're gonna try it, Hoggy's mac and cheese. So you're gonna need 1 egg, which I just put in the bowl, 2 cups of small curd cottage cheese, 1 cup of sour cream, and then 8 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese. I use mild, so you can use what you want. And then any kind of pasta you want. I went with the medium shells because that's what I had, 16 ounces. Now, you want to make sure that you cook this before al dente because it's going in the oven. So I cook mine for 8 minutes. You don't want to overcook it because it's going to cook longer in the oven. Let me get my spoon. 375 on the oven. I got 1 egg here. I'm gonna mix. We're gonna add in our 2 cups of that small curd cottage cheese. 1 cup of sour cream. I'm anxious to try this. This is a different recipe than I've ever made before for mac and cheese. But listen, these are simple ingredients that most of you all have on hand probably in your fridge and pantry. All right, so I'm gonna get some salt and pepper, paprika. Forgot to grab those. It's gorgeous here today. It's in the 80s. Ooh-wee, I've been outside. I worked on my flat top grill, cleaning it and getting it seasoned, ready for the summer barbecues. All right, let's give this a stir. What have you been doing today? I hope you've been resting. I've been resting because it has been an exhausting week. You know, I had my uncle's funeral on Monday and then just a busy work week and lots going on. Really needed this day to kind of slow down and unwind and do the things that I like to do, which is cook with you all. All right, so we've got our cheese, sour cream, and egg mixture there. We're gonna fold in our cheddar cheese. This was an 8-ounce block. And like I said, I'm using mild, so you could change out the cheese, but this is what the recipe called for, so I'm gonna follow the original recipe. It's not time to embellish. Oh, the only thing I am going to change up is I'm going to add some panko crumbs to the top just because I like that crunchiness to baked mac and cheese. But other than that, I am following it to the letter. Then salt and pepper. This is white pepper. Salt. And I'll retry that in a minute to see if I need to add any more salt. Now, 8 minutes for your pasta. rinse it and then rinse it in cold water to stop that cooking process. 9 by 13 baking dish. I sprayed it with a little bit of nonstick spray just because it'll help with clean up later. Because I'm going to probably be doing the dishes. All right. Here are our noodles. Now you know why I got this big bowl out. If you want a big bowl to start with. Get all of that incorporated in that cheese mixture. I'm really excited to see how this pans out because this is super easy. I've got the baked beans in the oven. You'll see these recipes. So each recipe I'll upload another day. So one day I'll do the mac and cheese, one day I'll do the baked beans, one day I'll do the ham, the Coca-Cola cake. You'll see each recipe individually done so that you're not with me for like 6 hours. As entertaining as I am, I'm sure you don't want to do that. So I'm just going to taste this just for salt content here. Yeah, that's almost perfect. That's good already. Now listen, if you have an aversion to cottage cheese, just try it because a lot of times it cooks out, you don't know it's there. All right, let's heat this bowl up. Oh, she's a big one. Here we go. Hello, friends. Spread you out. Go. So the story behind this recipe is the barbecue place wanted to add a mac and cheese to their menu. So I think it was the owner's wife, one of the owner's wives said, well, my mom had a really good mac and cheese recipe. So they started researching recipes, and I guess she submitted her mom's macaroni and cheese without them knowing that it was her, and it won. And then that's how they became the recipe for their restaurant, their barbecue place. Always listen to your mother. She's always right. And your wife, your spouse. All right. Put that to the side. There we go. Now, this was not in the original recipe. This is the only part that I'm going to embellish. Is I have a little bit of panko crumbs here, about a half a cup, a couple tablespoons of butter that I'm just going to add to the top. I just love that crunch. You could use like cornflake crumbs. If you didn't want to use panko crumbs, it'd be fine. Or just leave it without. Maybe you don't like the crunch on top. I didn't do too many, just a few here. Those on. And then it said to add some paprika to the top if you'd like. I'm just going to spread these crumbs all on the top. My mom was a crumber. She always put crumbs on her baked mac and cheese. All right, there you go. I think it's probably why I like the crunchy part. A little bit of paprika. That always adds a nice color and a nice flavor. And there you have it, Hoggy's mac and cheese going into the oven 375, and I'll be back to show you the finished product. Ooh-wee, Sunday dinner's almost ready. Friends, here is that Hoggy's mac and cheese, 375 for 25 minutes. Let me scoop some out here before we eat on a plate so you can see it, so you can check it out. Look at that. Let's give it a taste. Let's see how it compares. It's not a real cheesy macaroni and cheese, but it is delicious. I really like it. It's going to go great with the baked beans and the ham. I'm loving it. Give that a try. That is fantastic, friends. Look at that. Friends, look at this. Sunday dinner is ready. We have that Coca-Cola ham. We have the Coca-Cola baked beans. We also have the Hoggy's mac and cheese, a new recipe. Seriously, try that. It's really good. And then we have the Coca-Cola cake, which I'm going to show you later. Dinner roll, and I've got some salad. Hopefully Elena likes this as her graduation dinner. I'm going to call everybody into the table. Have a great Sunday. Now, each of these recipes will post on a different day, so stay tuned for all the recipes for each thing. Have a blessed day, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen.